we're not even gonna waste any time here. We just got spawned not too long ago, a couple days ago. But I kind of have some iffies about this character a little bit. So we're gonna discuss like everything that's pretty much like the upsets of this character, like what he's missing. Well, yeah, I guess we can say that, and things that he's lacking. Right. So first of all, we all know from the days of playing this guy, Spawn, he's lacking frame data. Okay. What I mean by that is we're gonna set our opponent to, well, we're gonna set Spawn to block everything, right? We're gonna show our frame data here. Excuse me about that. My bad. All right. So basically, yes, he is a long range character, but we all know if Spawn hits you, you know, you you you're basically dead, right? Right. So there's no exception about that. But like, that makes up for. That kind of makes up for his frame data, but whatnot. But if you're going up against a player that knows what he's doing, a defensive type player, yes, grabs are your options. But then again, you kind of cannot rely on grabs that much. So like, here's all his problems, right? He has standing 3-4. I'm just gonna point out some like majorly different just everything that's very minus, okay? Which is pretty much all of his strings, okay? So we got standing 3-4, right? So you can see here is minus 16 on block. So obviously this is going to be a move that you're going to be using at a certain distance, roughly max distance. So about right here. But some of the characters in this game can actually punish that, okay? Such as Liu Kang, Jackie, Sub-Zero. I mean, a handful of characters can punish this, right? I mean, but obviously you can special counsel this to make yourself safe, or possibly even plus. As you can see there, I'm +4 on that at max distance of me doing 3-4. Another string that we have is 4-2-3. Okay, we all know that this string by itself is -8 on block, so you already lost your turn. Now you could probably most likely get punished due to the pushback of that. So yes. Anybody that has a 7 frame standing 1 can punish you if they get the right timing on that. Don't get me wrong. Okay. 4-2-3 by itself is -17 on block from this range. It's fully punishable, unless of course, well, you spin the bar forward. And I'm starting to realize that Spawn is like very meter heavy because he relies on meter so much whenever you're on offensive/defensive options. So like if your opponent is blocking and you want to go for pressure, you can't just do strings by itself like how any other character can. You can't cancel to anything. You have to spend meter for it. When I mean like spend meter for, I mean like your offensive ball meter, like to keep the pressure going. I don't mean cancels like nothing like that. Okay. Because obviously that's very unsafe. So obviously you wouldn't go for that type of move, maneuver, right? So you pretty much have to spin the bar meter to make yourself safe, or maybe even plus. But that's besides the point. Okay. Spawn is very meter heavy. His strings are very minus. So you see, if you finish your string, you're -23. And from this range, Spawn can punish you easily. Okay, he can punish you very easily. Okay. Back 1, 13 frame mid. Okay. This move is not used for. This move is to catch your opponent with. I'm sorry. This move is for with punishing. Okay. I was gonna follow up because back 1-2 by itself is -12 on block, which is fully punishable, especially at the range they react. Right. Standing 1, back 1. Anybody who has well below 12 frames can absolutely punish this all the way, and you're going to regret that. And you can't. This is not special counsel, so you cannot make yourself safe with the EX plasma blast or whatever his projectile. Okay. So everything that he does, we all know that he's you basically lost your turn pretty much. Even after his safest string, you know, which is 4-4-1-3, he's -6 on block. Okay. So there is no doubt that you did lose your turn there. I mean, yes, it's special counsel. You can special in the middle of it. Excuse me, sorry. There we go. You make yourself -3. I mean, but there's no point in spinning meter because once again, you're already safe. You know that's your main motto with Spawn. You just want to make yourself safe. Okay, that's the only thing that you're looking for, because we all know that every single one of these strings that he throws out is going to be quite punishable if you unless you mix it up. Like you can do 3-4 by itself at max range if you want to. Then when you feel like they're going to press a button, you know, you can kind of throw this out if you want to. Hey, it's all your options. But all Spawn is looking for is to make himself very safe. He don't really get much from his plus frames unless he's in the corner, because like I said, he's so sluggish. He's so tanky and slow that he can't even, you know, apply pressure off of his plus frames. So you know, like 1-1 back 2 hold. Okay, you're +7 on block. But what I've been doing with most characters, such as like not the character doesn't have to have a 6 frame down one, such as Terminator and Garrus, of course, and Sub-Zero. But even characters like Johnny Cage, Frost, anybody who has a 7 frame down one can pretty much beat you out of this in mid screen. Okay, his plus frames are more valuable in the corner. Okay, so we're just gonna throw that out. Another this kind of like hurts me a little bit, because I've been waiting for him for like almost a year now. So you know, it's kind of just they just gave it to him like this. They just threw him out there like, here, y'all been waiting on this, so here, just take him. Okay. I do appreciate the design, but let's go on over another thing that Spawn is missing heavily. Things that pretty much every other character in the game has. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this movement type to jump forward. Okay, so as you can see, Spawn jumps forward, right? Now what this means is that obviously if an opponent jumps at you, obviously you're gonna anti-air them, right? MK11 has this problem where jump-ins are way too strong. But instead of NRS giving us a better anti-air, they just nerf the jump-in so you can flawless block them. But yeah, Spawn has that. But then again, you know, really off of flawless block, we don't want to spend any more meters than we already have to, because if maybe we're in a situation where we say if you're going against a Kung Lao, we all know the Kung Lao is maniac. They jump everywhere, katanas, they jumping everywhere, and you just get, let's say your situation is that you just rolled out of a combo, okay? And obviously they're maniacs, they just keep jumping, and you try to anti-air, but you can't flawless block the jump kick, so the only thing you have to resort to is a standing one, okay? But here's the thing with Spawn. His recovery is so bad on all of his hits that he can't even get not even one off of that. He can't even, well, that's pretty much his anti-air right there. That's what I guess you could say. He can't use down one. But with how good jump-ins are, what I've been experiencing, even with a jump-in one, and when I try to anti-air with down one, that jump-in one still catches me for some reason. I'm not sure why. Well, obviously it's because, well, it's not really a reliable anti-air. I mean, unless your opponent's doing an empty jump, but who the hell is gonna do an empty jump? Okay, so obviously, everybody has a good standing one in this game to anti-air with. We all know Shao Kahn has a very good standing one to anti-air people whenever they're trying to jump at him to disrespect. Okay, so like you're gonna have to, like, you can't really punish your opponent or like make them stop jumping, because you can't convert off of any of this. Like for example, pretty much everyone in this game can convert off their standing one, almost. Okay, I'm just throw a couple people out there. We all know Shao Kahn, obviously. We've seen Johnny Cage do it. We've seen Liu Kang do it. We've seen Jackie do it. We've seen Scorpion, Sub-Zero, you name it. Okay, he needs more recovery off of this, because if they're jumping, and not even just from jumping, okay, just for a combo maybe, you know, he can't stagger it. Like, he can't stagger. 2-1 would be a perfect stagger, okay, but you can't, because, well, it has so many recovery frames on it that you really can't convert off in the combo. So like back to what I was saying about the anti-airs. Okay, if I go to a standing one, right, I cannot convert off. Oh, we got that one, but it's not consistent. Definitely not consistent, as you can clearly see here. This is just to give a sign to your opponent that if you're gonna jump again, obviously you're gonna eat some type of damage to prevent them from jumping again. Right? That's the whole point of, well, anti-airs, of course, right? But Spawn doesn't, he can't. This is literally his anti-air. That's the only thing that he can convert into. Standing 4 wave, standing 2 wave. Standing 2 would be a perfect even standing 1 itself, you know, 7 frames standing 1. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, right? To convert into something. I mean, it's just ridiculous. They have to buff his recovery. They have to. Like, there is no doubt about it that he needs recovery frames to get something off of his standing 1 anti-airs, okay? You know, because I mean, yeah, if you playing the 1, which is what I'm playing, I just do that, you can get standing 1 into charging hell spawn, okay? That's fine and dandy and all, but again, in a situation where we have no meter, that is it is humanly impossible because you don't have any meter at all, okay? That's going to be your only option if you want to like prevent your opponent to stop jumping, but you already spending meter to make yourself safe in the first place. So I'm not, it's just ridiculous on how they just left him like this, honestly. I'm just going to be honest here, okay? He lacks frame data, we all know that. He's minus on everything that he does, and he can't even defend himself against people who just jump. Okay, he's that's pretty much his weakness, jumping. If you jump at spawn, he can't do shit about it. The only thing he can do is this. 11%. Now I'm gonna be honest. If I was on the other hand, and if I'm jumping at spawn, and if he hit me with something like this, I'm not gonna learn my lesson from that. I'm gonna keep jumping in on him because I know that he can't get something valuable off of this. Now, unless you get some beefy damage like Shao Kahn or anybody else who can convert off the standard 1, then yeah, of course I'm going to stop jumping because I don't want to eat any more damage like that. Never. I mean, that's pretty much the whole point. I mean, I'm not trying to lose more health than I already have from just jumping all day. But against spawn, you know, that's not a problem. That's not an issue. You can jump all day if you want to. Because by the end of the day, all he's going to get is in a 11% anti-air off that, while everybody else is getting 17, 8, maybe 20 and up. Even Frost can, because we all know Frost from doing like not much damage, you know, but off for down 3 anti-air, which is almost one of the best anti-airs in the game, she can get roughly almost 20% off of it without spending any bar at all. And it's just ridiculous that, you know, he can't really convert off. He can't. 12%, a 1% increase from what he got. Just standing 1 into I'm not sure what this move called, but this is called a restand for now. And it's just kind of utterly. Stand 3 would be beautiful, a decent looking anti-air. So it's pretty. I mean, even though it's 12 frames, but it's you can definitely if an opponent jumping from that range, you know, you can just tag him right there. Yeah, you can do. You can't even do. I mean, he's down 2. It looks good, right? You think it will cover a lot of ground, but no. His recovery is so bad you can't even, like, it's utterly ridiculous. Like, you would think his down 2 from the looks of it it's like OD and shit like the rest of, well, not the rest of the cast, I'm not gonna say that, but Shao Kahn, Jade for, Devora, who else we got, Collector. We all know them. We don't jump at them because 1, obviously they can convert. But they're down 2 is so OD. Like Jay's down 2. It's pretty fast and it has a huge hitbox. Right. Same thing with Shao Kahn. We all know Shao Kahn's down 2 because some reason whenever Shao Kahn first came out, it was just down 1, down 2, and somehow it'll fucking hit us. Same thing with Jade. Okay. We all know Jade flips, which is doing combos. This is their combo. This is their combo. But we all know also Collector and Devora for having a low hitbox whenever they do their down 2. Same goes for Terminator because they're so low to the ground, but they shoot straight up. Well, it's more Devora and Collector's down 2 is more of a is more of a diagonal, while Terminator's down 2 is almost like a vertical shot up. But he low profiles himself, so you can't really get any jump ins, and it's pretty damn fast for down 2. Okay, but Spawn is none of that. Okay, it's none of that. Okay, you like again, you would think this down 2 would be. Give him a little, somewhat range to prevent your opponent from jumping, but no, I still, to this day, I still get clapped by Kung Lao's jumping. I still get clapped by, not even, I mean, even though we know that Shao Kahn and Baraka has almost the best jump in the game, I still get clapped by jump ins like Cetrion, Liu Kang. I mean, not that their jump in is bad, but at least, come on, like, you gotta give me something for this. Like, I still get clapped by jump in from this, and it's just the fact that they're not even doing it, like, very early, because if all I have to do is block that, okay, and it's my turn, like, I can punish them for doing that, okay, if they do a jumping like that, but I just want them to stop jumping. That's the whole principle of going down 2, stand 1 to convert off something to make you stop jumping, like, oh, I don't want to eat this damage anymore, so I'm not going to jump, okay, but it doesn't prevent that from nothing. Like, it doesn't help him at all. So jumping is definitely one of the things that Spawn players need to look out for, okay? And definitely a thing that NRS needs to take a deeper look in, okay? They need to reduce his recovery. Please fix the frame date on this, because this is just horrible. And give him less recovery so that he can do something. Like, it's actually not even funny. Not even gonna lie, it's not even funny. Okay, so let's take Spawn off jump real quick. And another thing, we known this issue with Shao Kahn and a couple of other characters, right? And I'm pretty sure you can already guess what this is if you haven't tested out Spawn yet, but he has this projectile, right? We all know he has this projectile, okay? He's actually minus. Yeah, of course he's minus on block. On hit. Yes, he is minus on hit. Okay, so if I was supposed to do this, right? Okay, you see it says +3, right? But let's say I did +1, -1, from neutral. It should say -2 somewhere here, right there. They need. I know this is not going to be a problem because obviously you wouldn't go for anything like this, but it's still something, right? You know, even though we already have this restand, okay, but it's just the principle of like it's on hits. Like that's something that we need to worry about. Like, if we just I don't know, you just randomly throw out a projectile or whatever the case got to be. Like, you just somehow throw it up close, even though it's almost going to be like almost impossible. But hey, it could happen in some scenarios. Okay, you say you just throw the projectile out from here, right? You just happen to throw out this projectile after pressure. His recovery is not very good off this. Like, what I've been doing is I've actually well, I'm just gonna put it like this. I threw the projectile out, down 1. Okay, that's all I did. That's all I had to do. That's all it took. I know it's not gonna be a major problem in the future, but you got to give it some properties now. At least make it consistent to the point where from this range, he don't have to be just +1. I mean, because obviously you're throwing a projectile from here, and this is where he pretty much shines at this range. And if he's only +3, you know, he has a 12 frame, he has a 13 frame mid, a 12 frame low. It just kind of doesn't bid out with Spawn. Okay, it is definitely not working in his favor for getting some for applying that's the thing. I get punished for applying pressure that on hit. On hit, okay? We all know that they have that a lot. When I mean a lot, I mean a lot of people that mashes out of plus frames. Perfect example. I was using Liu Kang, and I was, you know, his bicycle kicks are, I believe, +4. Correct me if I'm wrong. In a corner, it's just down 1. It just, it's straight. It's just straight like that. No ifs, ands, buts about it. They down 1 out of it, and somehow they win. I mean, yeah, I do back 1, but that's all besides the point. It's just the principle of him having some type of frame that, with the frame, to work with the frames that he already have. I mean, his frames are already bad enough. I mean, even we all knew Frost had bad frame data from the jump, but they fixed that, right? She now has a very good mid, 11 frame mid, while my man Spawn is over there sitting with a 13 frame mid. Yeah, it has very good range on it, but 36 frames of recovery. 36 frames of recovery. That's utterly ridiculous. Standing 1, 24 frames of recovery. I'm sorry, standing 2. Standing 1 has 24 frames of recovery. Stand 3, 26 frames of recovery. It's not, it just does not add up. This is why he's so sluggish and slow. I mean, his staggers work because he's so sluggish. Well, I'm not gonna say that. Let's just say his staggers are pretty substantial. Okay, like from a distance, his staggers are pretty well rounded. If you're not going against a ranged character, if you're going against a character like Collector, and if you just try to stagger this all day, stand for, you're gonna get beat. Okay, I'm just letting you know, you're -8 on block. Okay, you're -8 on block. So I mean, can't work with much here. So this is literally your pressure off the bat. Because this is his only combo launcher, right? That's his only combo launcher. Okay. Well, meterless combo launcher. Right. But if this is the only he has no other buttons after this besides back 1, 2. After this, the only button he can press is 2. He can't do back 1, 3 because it doesn't exist. He can't do back 1, 4 because it does not exist. He can't do back 1, 1 because it does not exist. He needs buffs, like immediately. Okay. Everything else is pretty substantially fine. You know, even though the hitbox, I've been hearing some people are the hitbox on the down 1. I haven't looked into that yet, so I really can't give my personal opinion about that. I really can't say. So I'm just gonna leave that be for now. But everything else seems pretty balanced. I should say. You know, pretty balanced. Yes, he's a long range character, so he should be like very minus, but minus what? -23. I don't think that's even with it even includes the pushback. Character himself can punish this. -23, right? From that range. Okay, if Spawn do 4-2, 16 frames. Okay, he beat me there. If I do 13 frame, he can do a micro dash to back 1 after that. And punish me for it, right? Back 1, that reaches me. Oh, he get a full combo meterless launcher. Okay, he can spin the bar if he chooses to. If he don't want to spin the bar, then by all means, he don't have to. Give him something to work with here, right? yes, our meter runs back, but let's say we had meter management and well, obviously we're applying pressure, so we build the meter at the same time. This would be a whole different meaning for Spawn. Okay, but in this case it's not. You know, he's meter heavy, which I can't find no other character that is. I'm not gonna lie, like no other character has to make themselves safe this hard. So like any other matchup, like you would have to struggle, like you would have to like put in a lot more extra work than you would usually have to rather you playing well besides from Shao Kahn. We all know Shao Kahn players have it the worst right now, like I'm not even gonna lie. Like they're just they need to buff his like, if they give him a good down one, well if they add more frames to his down one for him to do a stand for his standing one to jail, he would be almost complete. Okay, almost complete. I feel like they rushed this too much, too much with all these inconsistent characters. Spawn being one of them, and it's just utterly ridiculous. Like, come on, man, minus 23. And it doesn't even have great pushback. I mean, anybody can punish this. They don't even have to have range. I mean, we are talking about minus 23 here, right? Anyone can punish this. All Liu Kang, he can do back forward 3, his dragon kick. Punish that if he wanted to. He can even run, he can dash up forward 4. Same with Jackie. I don't know if she can get a dash up forward 3 off of that, but she can definitely get her back forward 2 dash punch. She can definitely get that as a reversal. Scorpions, even Scorpion's teleport can catch that off guard. His spear, I don't think his spear can catch it. But he has some pretty long range moves like forward 3. He can get the crushing blow off of. Garrus, he can do forward 1. He can probably dash up and do forward 2. Maybe. I haven't tested that yet. Who else we're looking at? Johnny Cage, the best character in the game from by far what I've been hearing from tournament players themselves, right? He's known for having being a footsie's god, right? And from this range, obviously from this range, this is no problem. Back 3 will probably catch. Forward 3, forward 4. There's just nothing you can do about this besides if you just wanna spin the meter for it. That's going to be your only option to make Spawn safe, even at max range. You know, I mean minus 16 from this range, yeah, that's pretty good, but you have to understand, like we're still talking about minus 16 here. Minus 16 here, right? Anybody can, you know, at this point you're pretty much gonna be blocking after this. There is no pushing buttons after that. Of course, if you push buttons, you're gonna die if your opponent press another button, right? To try to beat you out. If you press a button, yeah, you're gonna get your shit smacked. So your only choice is either backdash, even though you know, look, backdash is not very good in this game, or block. Maybe jump, because you know, jumping gets you out of a lot of situations from what we all been experiencing. Okay. The jumping is so fucking D in this game. I don't know why. Instead of giving us better anti-airs, they just nerf jumping in general. Like we didn't ask for that shit in there. It's like stop fucking playing. Okay. But that's pretty much everything that Spawn really needs. Honestly, that's everything that Spawn needs at this point. That's all that Spawn needs. Better frame data, more recovery on most of his moves. Like standing 2-4 would be good. Standing 1. It's pretty much all that he need, man. That's the only problem that I'm having with him. And that's pretty much it. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, for watching. And I see y'all whenever I can.